Hey, it's the Hook Better Leads podcast, formerly Next Level. And we are helping small businesses and construction companies hook better leads by owning their marketing. And today I'm with Joseph Hughes of Contractor Dynamics. How's it going, Joseph?
Doing great, thanks. Great to be here, Tim. Thanks for having me.
Absolutely. And Joseph has been basically talked about by other contractors that I've heard talking about marketing, and they've spoken very well of you. And so that's a big deal. It's a big deal when contractors without instigation just start talking up an organization like yours.
Yeah, I mean that definitely makes me smile and sleep well at night, and our team loves that as well. Because one of our mottos is that we want to help our clients win, and that's the name of the game. So as long as we're doing that, if we can get people talking positively about us, that means that they're winning and they're having a great experience. And then if we get the residual referrals and brand recognition, then that's just kind of icing on the cake there.
Love it. And the company's Contractor Dynamics. Today we're going to be talking about the top 3 Facebook ads contractors should make themselves, and this whole idea of contractors working on their ads themselves. Some are going to kind of wince at that. They don't want to do that. The others, and I think honestly it's smart to be part of the others, will at least have experimented and at least tried some things. So from your point of view, when should contractors do their own Facebook and Google ads themselves? And when should they be talking to an agency?
So yeah, I mean that's a big question. So I ran an agency for 7 years where we did all the marketing for our clients and Facebook ads and Google and websites and everything like that. Really valuable stuff. We transitioned last year in 2019 into the training model where we're helping them develop this system and build a marketing system in-house. So the way that we kind of frame this, Tim, is kind of 3 use cases. At a small company level, as you're just getting started, if it's in like a roofing company, construction company, you're hustling, you're grinding, like it's maybe a helper, maybe a spouse, someone like that. And you have more time than, like, you don't really have much time, but you don't have much money either. Yeah. And so you learn these things yourself. This is the only option. You're not going to spend, $5,000, $10,000 plus every month hiring an agency to run your marketing for you. So by necessity, it makes sense to learn this stuff. As you kind of graduate and get a little bigger, then you have that foundation of how marketing works, which is so crucial, because I can guess everyone listening to this has hired a marketing company before, or a lead gen person, or bought some leads, and they just haven't gotten what they wanted out of it. And of course, there's shady agencies and lead gen companies out there. But honestly, a big part of it comes down to a lack of understanding of how marketing really works. So once you have that understanding and that foundation, and you have the know-how to do some of the basics, then as you grow, you want to bring in some help. You want to either bring in someone in-house or hire an agency that has a whole team of experts to help you. And you're going to be able to collaborate with that agency much, much more effectively to work together, to get them what they need, to give them feedback, to create really good marketing. So those are, a couple of the use cases there. And then as you get bigger, it depends on your industry. As you get into the, maybe $20 million range, you're going to bring in a marketing expert in-house to be your in-house marketing manager, if you will. And at that point, you still might have outsourced agencies to handle a lot of the technical aspects, because one marketing person for a $20 million company is still really understaffed. So that person's going to be kind of the air traffic control, if you will, of working with a Facebook ad agency, working with a website company, working with maybe the TV and radio advertising company. So as you kind of elevate into those different levels of business, having that marketing understanding, the necessity of it never goes away. The importance of it actually increases as you grow. So that's kind of, break it down. You have a small company, you have like a mid-sized company and a large company, and that's how we kind of guide our students on where they should be and what they need.
I love it. Well, tell me just briefly, if you don't mind, how you guys got into this business model. What, like, it's transitioned in the last couple of years, right? So how did you get into this business model, and where do you see it going from here?
Yeah, so we developed this training program actually to help our clients when we were done for you agency, to help our clients be better clients. So Tim, as you might know, like it can be hard, especially during busy season when your clients are really busy, to get things from them, right? Get pictures, get videos, get like website content and all that good stuff. And so we were getting paid to do our clients' marketing, but they weren't really giving us enough to work with to really produce good marketing or really good marketing. So we put together this training program, like, hey, here's how to take a good like video on the job site. Here's how to take before and after pictures. Here's how to interview your clients to get testimonials. Not all video based, but those are some examples. So we built this thing out to help our clients. And then we said, you know what, like this is so valuable that we're going to package this up and offer it as a consulting arrangement with other companies in the construction industry, in the roofing industry, which we focus in 100% right now. And so that's how that was born. And it's been a refreshing model for a lot of companies, especially at that smaller level where they've been frustrated with buying leads. They don't really have an understanding of marketing, and they're really scared to spend more money on something that hasn't worked for them in the past. So now they have an understanding, and depending on their infrastructure, they have some of the tools to actually implement this marketing and make it work. So yeah, it's a wide open market, and we're having a lot of fun with it.
That's awesome, man. I really see you guys as a good guy in the game here. So what are the top 3 Facebook ads contractors should make themselves? So give us a little taste of what somebody would see if they came into your class, and then, hey, if they need more, we know where to send them.
Yeah, absolutely. So I would say, I would reframe that a little bit if that's okay, and just say the 3 ads that every contracting company should have, or the 3 campaigns that you should have going at all times. Okay. Whether you're doing them yourself or hiring someone like Tim to help you with that. So number 1 should be a simple brand awareness campaign. So ideally, this is going to be a video. It's going to be like your About Us video, like telling like the origin story of where you came from, you know, what's the owner's story, showing some of your involvement in the community, showing your team, showing off some of the clients that you work with, and really getting people in your area to know who you are. I'm sure a lot of listeners or viewers have heard the phrase, people buy from companies that they know, like, and trust. Well, knowing is like 80% of that, because if people don't know who you are, then they have no chance of doing business with you. So the purpose of that brand awareness video and run as a campaign on social media is to reach tens of thousands of people in your local market or your local markets if you're spread out among different markets. And you build an audience of people that are engaging with that content. They're watching some of it. Maybe they're even clicking through and going to your website to learn more about you, but you're getting people in your market to know who you are. So that's something that you can really run, you know, all year long. And you don't want to run the same video for an entire year. Of course, you want to mix it up and refresh it from time to time. But that's number 1, is a brand awareness campaign. Number 2 is a retargeting campaign. So what is a retargeting campaign? Let me break it down like this. If you've ever shopped for like a pair, I'm a runner, so I shopped for running sneakers. It just happened yesterday. I was looking at different styles of this brand that I like, Hoka, and I didn't buy them, but all of a sudden I see these sneakers following me around on Instagram, on Facebook, like all over the place. And that's retargeting. That company, Hoka, knows that I was on their website. I was checking out some sneakers, and they know that, you know, maybe I'm going to poke around a little bit. Maybe I'm going to, you know, do some more research, or just maybe I just got busy and didn't buy them. So they're going to follow me around for a couple of weeks with ads. And there's a good chance that I will probably click on one of those ads. Maybe it's a special, maybe it's a, you know, 20% off, whatever it is, and maybe buy those sneakers. So that's stuff that big companies do that's available to us as small companies to do. And what that is people watch that video, that brand awareness video, people go to your website, People engage with your Facebook and Instagram profiles, and then they're seeing like follow-up ads. And it's very easy to set up. It's very simple to set up. It's called a retargeting campaign. And the purpose there is that most people, like roofing, construction, like that's a big ticket item. Like people are making a decision around that. It's not like they see one ad, they're like, yeah, I'm going to buy a new roof. Like that looks great. It's a multi-week or multi-month process. You need to stay in front of them so that when they are ready to talk with someone or get an estimate or quote or inspection or whatever, then you're right there and they can take action easily. So that's number 2 is retargeting. The third one would be a recruiting campaign. Now, you don't always have to be running this as an ad campaign, but one of our philosophies is that you should always be building your bench, like building that network of potential sales reps, team members, project managers, admin professionals, whoever. As you grow, you don't want to wait until you absolutely need people to go out and try to find people. You always want to be building that network of potential team members. So you would have a nice, recruiting video, like talking about your core values, showing some of your team members, like what they do on a daily basis, maybe showing some video testimonials, and run that from time to time, bring people back to your nice website that Tim can build for you, and have a nice careers page that really sells the opportunity.
Nice websites. You guys have made some nice websites back in the day too. I saw one of yours down in Atlanta, and it was gorgeous. I'm trying to remember what the name of the company was, but you have taste. You have taste.
Yeah, we built hundreds of them, so we got pretty good at it, pretty efficient. But yeah, I mean, have that careers page on your website, because you, like, the best people out there, they don't want to work for just any company. Like they want to see that they have a future with your company. So that's a big thing that a lot of people don't talk about. So that sums it up. Number one.
I'm going to throw a litlittle bit just on that point as well. I think that's one of the most underrated things about great marketing is how attractive it is to employees. And if employees, like, even if you don't like marketing that much, which I get it. Hey, sometimes I hate marketing.
Mm-hmm.
But if you don't care about marketing that much, but you want good employees, I'm sorry, but good employees really are attracted to companies that tell their story and make it clear what they're up to. Because if you are a player, if you're a top of your class kind of employee, if you're a hard worker and you're working for a company that barely knows how to show themselves online, they look like a pile of like ratty jeans on the floor in the corner, you're not really going to work for that company because you're not proud. You're not proud to tag them on Instagram. That's real. Even for me, I'm 34 years old. I'm a designer, so I guess maybe my opinion's a little bit skewed, but if I worked at a company that had a bad website, I was really embarrassed. And I I wanted to help. I wanted to fix it. I wanted them not to look stupid on Instagram. I have pride. And if you're in that 25 to 40-year-old range, you do have pride in your company and the way that they present themselves to the world. And I think there's probably older people too, but I will say for us, millennials are up to like 37 now. So like, we're not talking about children. They care about this stuff. And it's funny because, a lot of our clients, a lot of your clients probably too are actually millennials. So I know I'm not talking to idiots here, but it is funny. We care about that stuff, and people care about your marketing, and you keep people longer. If you get to tell their story, if they feel like they're represented in your marketing, if they feel like they can be part of your Instagram stories and stuff like that, people like that. People will respond to that. I know that's been a piece of our retention strategy, is involving our employees in the media too.
Oh, absolutely. Yeah. It's so underrated. Absolutely. I 100% agree with everything you just said.
So what should contractors be paying attention to most when they're improving their ads? So what are like the levers? As a business owner, you kind of get used to like I can pull this lever, I can improve our close rate, and then my numbers go up this much. I can, pull this lever and better leads will come in. I can pull this lever for ads, for let's say Facebook ads. What are the levers? What are some of those levers you can pull that will increase the ROI on your ad spend?
Man, there's a few there. The number one thing that comes to mind always is get crystal clear on your ideal, your perfect prospective client. So be specific, don't be broad. And think about what gets you to stop scrolling. You know, when you're sitting here on your phone, you're on Instagram or Facebook, what gets you to stop scrolling and pay attention? It's something that's specific to you, you know, whatever you're into. It could be cars, it could be running marathons, it could be CrossFit, whatever. It's going to be something that's specific. So figure out who that ideal prospective client is. It could be a commercial property owner. It could be a homeowner that just moved into a new house. It could be a higher end residential area. It could be a gated community, and craft some content that's going to speak directly to them. And that's what's going to get them to pay attention. The better that your messaging is dialed into their situation and whatever's going on in their world, the more effective you're going to be. So always, and if you're recruiting too, like build that avatar of your perfect sales rep and figure out like who they are, where they hang out online, like what they're interested in, and target them with their content. So that specific messaging is so key. And then the biggest thing, I think I'll leave it at this with as far as levers, because this is such a big one. You're writing ad copy or you're scripting out a video. Don't start by saying, hey, this is Joe Hughes from Contractor Dynamics, and we do this, and we're awesome because of this. Like, it's not about you. Marketing is about your market. So open up your content, your video, with some hook. I had to put that in there. The hook that's going to hook them in and get them to engage, get them to pay attention. So it's got to be an attention grabber up front that's relevant to them. You want to hit them with the right message at the right time, in the right place, and all that. And the best way to do that is with a very well-crafted hook that's going to grab their attention right away. And then once you grab their attention and build a little bit of rapport and identify with a problem that they might have, then you can start talking about yourself as you start to frame up your solution and why they should want to work with you over, you know, the guy down the street. So that's a huge one.
That's huge. I think I often say my name and stuff at the beginning. And same thing. I was listening to somebody the other day. I've been following this person on TikTok that's really good at video coaching, and she's like, say the word you or yours or, you know, you twice in the first 10 seconds, and you're like, your watch time goes up like 80% or something like that.
Oh, wow. Good
just
tip.
The word you, it's just kind of crazy. And so anyways, I need to work on that.
Yeah. Likewise, I'm guilty of it too. So anytime you find yourself saying I or we, then see how you can reframe that. So similar to what you're saying there. Yeah.
And as you start to spend money, these things become, you know, it might seem high and falutin or something, but as you start to spend thousands of dollars on your ads, you get more intentional about like the way you're talking on your video and making sure that it's pointed and you're not wasting. You don't want to bleed money on these ads. So it does, you know, getting better on video is one of the quickest ways for contractors, I think, especially charismatic. A lot of our clients tend to be charismatic contractors that have turned salesmen, that have turned business owners, and now, you know, really do have a presence, but they kind of, it's that getting used to making those short videos that do provide value, that do catch people's attention. It is difficult. And I think it's a long journey to get better with them.
Yeah, I would say the same. Like most of the students in our programs they're good on video, but they're good at talking about themselves, as most of us are. Yeah. So it's just like that subtle shift and giving them a little bit of a framework to say, all right, well, don't, you know, use that same energy and that same, you know, positivity, but use this framework that's about your market and not about you, and that'll make all the difference. Man,
that's huge. And honestly, I go out and shoot with our contractors and stuff like that, and I'm doing video. And I'm trying to pass off the shooting part, you know, the camera work and all that. And the one thing I'm having a hard time with is just the idea of like, I always pull it back to, all right, focus on them. That's the main thing I say over and over again, is just like, think about the ideal customer, you know, stop talking about you, you know, I mean, so if you could just get that in your head somehow, it doesn't have to be me sitting there with you with a camera, but if you can just, you know, do what Joseph is saying, you can really seriously improve your videos. All right. So how can contractors take your courses? So if somebody wants, I want to take your courses, Joseph. So how do I do it?
So we have one main flagship course. It's called Facebook Ads Mastery. And if you just go to contractordynamics.com, you'll see that all over the homepage there. There's a couple of training videos you can check out to get a little taste and get some more tips like what I'm talking about today. And then if you want, you can hit a blue button. The blue button anywhere on the page, anywhere on our website will take you to a place where you can schedule a time to call with someone on our team and get some more info on how that all works and whatnot.
You guys do a great job on your kind of like the follow-up sequence after that. You've got that whole system down around making somebody know always what the next steps are. That's something contractors could get better at too, is like really making like their thank you page and your next steps really, really clear. So, hey, so just to see that experience, you should go and set that up with Joseph right now.
Yeah, absolutely. We brought on a new student yesterday that he had a first call with one of our marketing advisors on July 6th. So it's 2 months of just like, trickling out some emails. And I say that not to brag, but it's the same thing with construction, right? People are inquiring about your services. Most people are not ready to do business today. So don't ignore them just because they don't want to give you money today. Like, stay in front of them. And the fortune is in the follow-up. It's so true.
It's a good way to end it. Joseph, you're awesome. Thank you so much for being part of this. And everyone listening, what's the URL one more time, Joseph?
ContractorDynamics.com.
Check it out, everyone. And this is Hook Better Leads, the podcast put on by Hook Agency, hookagency.com, and Hook Agency all over social. You guys have a great day. Bye.